to open the...
You don't have to make a motion
Just
for
call
that.
to order.
I thought Jill was running it.
Would you like to call this meeting to order?
Nope, go ahead, Jill. I'm gonna let you run it. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna call to order the Marvin Day Subcommittee meeting today, December 6th, 11:10 a.m. We have a quorum.
Are we
Do we need a
missing
quorum?
anybody?
Nope.
It's fine.
Why do you have that? Why do I not have that? Is that a
You
new one?
should. Christina just handed it out.
I don't have
Right
it.
here.
No, these are all old.
Take mine.
Here's an extra one. Okay, cool. Thank you.
All
These
right.
are all my old notes.
We're not gonna adopt the agenda because we don't have it. Is it fine?
No, you have to adopt
Okay,
the agenda.
Somebody making it.
I make a motion to adopt
okay.
the agenda as presented.
I second. We don't have to second.
You don't have to second.
That's our motion.
Further
Your vote.
discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're both gonna run this apparently.
Go for it.
Aye. I need ayes from everybody.
Okay, we need adoption of the previous minutes. Will someone make a motion, please?
Make a motion to adopt the minutes from the last meeting as, we don't need a second, as presented.
Okay, all those in
There
favor?
we go.
Aye.
There we go.
Moving on. Items of discussion.
Are we taping this?
Yes.
Audio.
Super.
What's listed
watch
under
the-
items of discussion? Anything?
I watch it all
Just
the
your
time.
working group updates.
Working group updates. Okay. I'll go first. Marvin
Wait, is this the
Elementary
big
School.
one? Should we do subcommittee first or working groups?
Working groups.
Okay.
This is the subcommittee.
There's
I know,
not
we
a
still
ton
need to
to update on. Well, that's not true exactly. Okay. I reached out to the coffee truck again.
Yeah.
What group are you?
What-
I'm sorry.
Marvin Elementary School Working Group update. Okay. I did, so first off, reached out to the coffee truck, still haven't heard back. We'll just keep hammering them with
Which coffee
I
truck?
had another
Avalanche.
one too.
Try Mud and McQueen.
That's who came last
That's
year.
who came last year.
Did we not like them?
Didn't like them. They had a high. No,
'Cause
I'm sorry.
They
sorry.
Run,
I'm
Mud and
lying.
McQueen runs
I'm lying.
Hunter Farm.
Correct. I'm lying. It was not Mud and McQueen that I had last year. I know Mud and McQueen. They like to set up in downtown Waxhaw on the weekends a lot, right?
Yeah, I see their truck a lot, but they also do Hunter Farm during the Christmas tree stuff,
Okay.
and
I'll reach out.
they're very nice.
Did I give you this?
They do
Yes.
like Go Valentine too, like up in
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm always
Yeah.
behind their truck in the morning.
And then there's another one, Brew Lola Coffee. We could try them if these. It's okay. Like when you reach out to people, you would think they
Well,
would.
she just had a baby, so
okay.
today I reached out through Facebook and said I sent you 2 emails through Gmail. You're not responding, and she responded she has an autoresponder on Facebook that's like, just had a baby. I'll follow up with you in November. So now that it's December, I'm expecting an answer, but we'll see.
Well, she just had a baby. She kind of probably underestimated what that.
Yeah.
It's her first one.
I don't even know.
Don't expect to hear from her.
So anyway, I'll keep following up about coffee. If not, I will go a different route. We've talked about the Boy Scouts. I'll probably have an update by the next meeting about that. As to our logo design contest, we did finally receive some submissions. So I'm just
good.
going to
That was
show
really-
you.
I like that.
Where's
one.
mine?
Is that
We couldn't find yours last time.
Oh, so you want me to do it again?
Yes.
replacing?
She can do it
those?
in 10
No,
seconds.
this is the logo for the T-shirt. So okay, I'm just gonna like Vanna White this for you
That was
all.
a-
This is one. I'll get to you.
That one's
I
cute.
like-
It's based on our current logo.
I like it.
It is kind of cute. It's got that watermelon that we're
Yeah,
famous
the watermelon
for.
in the front.
All right,
I
this
love
is the
that.
winner. This is
Watermelon, I love
another
that.
one. He looks a little mean, but other than that,
If we could change the position of the eyeball,
Nice,
yeah.
pupils, we could get.
Is that
I
easy
love-
to put on a t-shirt? There's a lot of colors there.
I mean,
Yeah, the detail might.
don't
get
ask.
lost.
Don't
It's
ask me
really
those
cute.
questions. Here's another one.
Oh, that's a good, cute one.
That little guy up there, he looks real familiar. I'm wondering if that might be a
Rip off of someone
copyright
else.
issue.
That's like it's like a company that starts
It
with
reminds me of I-9 Sports.
IYV.
Oh, you're right. It does.
something.
Is it I-9 Sports?
It might be
Like-
I-9, it might be Iron
Oh,
Man.
that like
Yeah.
they have a
Uh-huh.
personal training studio in
Yeah.
on 521. I know who you're talking about.
But they
And
made
then
this
look, oh my goodness, look at this little
Aw.
baby, the little
That's
baby.
cute.
Oh, I know it's so cute. It's like
Yeah, with that.
it's precious. I love how the owl's going.
I wanna
Ah!
see that clip.
And I don't know. The owl appears to be chilling out on a chase
chase?
lounge.
On a
I'm
chase.
very right now. I don't know what's going on there, but it's so cute.
It is so cute.
All right.
That was an honorable mention right there.
So we have to
Okay.
pick today, right?
Was
We
the
should pick
The
today.
deadline
Yeah,
is
today.
passed, right? So this is all we're getting?
We should pick, this is all we're getting. I believe,
I think it's cute.
1, 2, 3.
All in favor?
Unique.
This one is my
That's the one you
favorite,
did,
but the
Austin?
point about reproduction is well taken.
I'm joking.
I do, this
like
actually is
that.
my favorite one, I'm not gonna lie. I like this one the most.
Really, I don't, because we're gonna change the logo. So, it's gonna match the logo that we don't have anymore.
Are we opposed to this?
I like this one.
Can't
I'm
put it
not-
on a t-shirt.
I'm not opposed to it, but
It's gonna be hard to really work that out. I'm not opposed to it either, but it's gonna be really hard to figure that out. I like
I mean,
the
this
one
like
that Jen has.
it's
over
got a
band.
legend. Like this is water,
That's my favorite.
and this is
Yeah, I
sand.
like that one too.
Just in case you.
oh,
don't know.
he's chilling on the beach.
Is that a blanket then?
No, it says
it's a lounge chair.
It's actually labeled. It says beach chair. How did I miss that? Oh my,
God.
gosh.
That's why it's
Did
so
you do that?
colorful. It's a striped beach chair.
Is that-
Precious.
With like the short beach chair legs.
I think-
Oh,
I just
look
think
at the
it's
little
cute.
feet. There's little footprints on the legs.
Yeah, that's
The
gonna be
little
real hard
footprints.
to.
Maybe we still
That
frame
one gets
them.
an honorable mention, but I like this one for
Yeah.
the official.
Maybe we still frame those and put them on the wall somewhere.
Yeah, we should.
I think so.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've got, so these two seem to be our front runners. So what if we just say like, how many of us like this one better? And then how many of us like that one better? And we'll just land on one.
What-
My
what's
vote's
she
for this
got?
one.
I agree, but I'm not.
I
On,
have-
I'm on the committee. So I don't get
That's
a vote.
your-
Oh yeah,
You're
you
on
know
the
what? Zip
committee.
it then, small fry.
Good.
I like Jen's.
Okay, so all in
Okay, first
favor
off, I
of
will say this, it's the
splatter
same guy
icon.
that did both. So if you like components
Oh.
of this and components of that, we could probably have him merged.
the
So
only
he could make.
if you were to adjust these eyes to sit lower so it doesn't look so mean, I think it's a winner all the way around. I am a little concerned about the reproduction of the splatters, but overall as a design, this is rocking.
How old is
Yes,
this guy?
yes. Overall, I like the simplicity of the owl, but I like the writing, the fun writing. Like, could we change Marvin Day and you know how last year we had the crayon look around the bottom? It kind of
Yeah, and this one has that crayon
yeah, it
kind
has pretty
of
fun.
deal down here. I really like the splatter paint on the
Yeah.
owl. on
It
this
looks
one.
more fun. This is
Yeah,
the
we-
fun run. This is
we'll
the
go with that
5K.
one.
All right, let's do
like-
that one and fix the eyes so that he's not so.
Yeah, if you can just drop the eyeballs to the bottom, it will look less angry.
Even these eyes are nice. They're
Yes, the
friendly.
big round. Those are the puppy dog eyes.
They're
Yeah.
friendly.
Does that meet
And that
the,
one's a nice design
does that
too.
meet the requirements?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like a athletic pose or?
Not necessarily. It had to feature an owl. It, bonus if the owl was like running or doing something, but I figured that would be a challenge.
I have never seen a running owl. So.
I know.
They have really long legs. Have you ever seen the pictures where people lift up the feathers on the owls?
I've seen a swooping owl. I've seen an
Oh,
owl.
I'm gonna find
I've
you
seen
a
an
picture
owl
of
catch something,
legs.
but I've never seen a running owl.
All right, so we're voting on this one. That's passed. Yes, we're good. I'll write back to the guys, tell them congrats, and ask them to make the eyes look a little bit more friendly.
Yes.
Jill, can you send me a copy of this? I'm gonna put it in the minutes.
Yes. All right.
Can you also put it in
Those
there?
other owls have like
Yes.
little,
Yeah, but I just want a digital copy
Let me
first.
see if he can add some of
maybe
that.
some feathers or something. It just looks really white right there. I don't know.
Well, it's the color of the shirt will bleed through.
Yeah.
where-
Oh, right.
I
Okay.
think, in theory, but maybe
Yeah.
not. I could be wrong. We'll find out. Okay. So that's done. 5K
Oh my God.
logo design contest crossed off. Okay.
I'm gonna see the owl legs.
Oh goodness.
This is why we don't have owls running.
wow.
Because they've got those legs.
That's scary.
That's what Austin's legs look like.
That's crazy.
Is he wearing tights
Just
this weekend? Or for
Well,
the parade?
you'll
Oh,
see.
please,
You'll see.
Please show Jen your outfit for Saturday, please.
Oh yes, I'm ready
Okay,
to go.
I'm going to move on because I've
Yes.
had a long morning.
Yes.
The school agreed to drop the request to have us go beautify Marvin and did indeed accept in lieu of payment our tours that we did with the third graders.
All of the tours.
So they've already issued a full refund of the money that I had to pay to book the school that day, which is
Awesome.
great. And that's we're considered paid in full there.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only thing I have to do now is go back and reserve all of the parking lots for the schools that we talked about, which
Okay.
is going to cost That's not free anymore. I might be able to get Dr. Spencer to let me book the parking lot off the books with him for free, but the other schools, that's not gonna happen. So I'll
Okay.
submit that.
So
Submit
win
payment.
one, lose some.
Win some, you lose some.
What are we doing, just Marvin Elementary and the high school?
No, I had on my notes here, we were doing Marvin Elementary, Village Hall, Marvin Ridge High School, and Publix, which is now no longer an option. Publix is
Why?
gone. They backed out.
So you just have to book Marvin Elementary and
Oh,
Marvin
no,
Ridge.
wait, why?
Because of the new construction and the new stuff going there, and they just can't afford to be blocking off spaces and policing it, and they need those spaces for the businesses that are gonna be open there next June, especially the new businesses. So they don't wanna commit to something that's gonna handcuff their new businesses, take up their parking. And they just don't love us enough, Kim. That's what it comes down to.
We have some parking spaces at the Pocket Park, but not many. Got like 10 spots.
But, and this will probably come up when we
She's
talk
overwhelmed.
about the park. We did spend a lot of time looking at maps and looking at potential parking areas when we were talking about fireworks last time, so we'll move on. That's really it for AM. I haven't even started doing anything with the vendor fair yet. I think it's a little bit too early. I will start after the new year. Any
Mean for the
questions?
park? I mean, the elementary school.
Did I say park?
You said AM. I think you
Oh,
meant
AM Elementary,
school.
Marvin Elementary AM, yeah. Any questions about, 5K? I have nothing to report on the 5K. That's, that has stalled, but once I come up for air, I will pick that ball back up as well. Hopefully by the next meeting, I will have something to share on the 5K. But at least we got the logo knocked out, so.
I can't believe you guys didn't pick mine. Bullshit.
We weren't eligible.
Have you reserved the DJ?
Yes.
I'll say it loud and proud, it's a bunch of bullshit. Nobody listens to this stuff anyway.
It'll be on YouTube later. I don't edit anymore.
Oh,
told him
I
to
also
stop.
did, just in case we didn't get any submissions that we liked, I also did reach out to the graphic designer and ask him how much he would charge us to design us a logo. He said he would charge like $65 an hour and it shouldn't take that long to throw a simple logo together. So if you all want me to ask him to do something, I can, but if you all love what that, then I don't have to go there. It's like
No.
money
We
don't
had
have
a
to spend.
contest,
I
and
like
the
we're
contest.
gonna have to have a winner for the
I
contest.
agree with that.
I think that one looks great.
Yeah.
I like it.
Just throw that out
Agreed.
there.
Other than the angry eyes, I think it's great. Love it.
Okay, so I think I'm done with Marvin Elementary unless anybody has any questions for me.
That's good.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Park, AM. I
Okay.
think that's me too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's you too.
Okay,
That meeting's been so long, I don't even remember what we
I've been in
talked
contact with
We talked about a lot of
Waxaw
stuff.
Equipment Rental about the dunk tank. We are gonna move forward. I have told them to book it for the whole day. It's actually gonna sit at the park all weekend, for the most part. But we were also, I was able to check in with Derek that our guys can use the truck to actually pick it up and return it later, which is gonna save us $350 in
Awesome.
delivery and pickup fees, so that's great. I've asked him to send me over a revised quote showing that we are gonna take care of pickup and returning the item. Kim, I just wanna make sure that we have realistic expectations on the dunk tank because it's not gonna be able to be over on the grass with like the rest of the fun stuff, kinda where we had ponies last year. It's gonna have to be over near the bathrooms and the barn, because that's where the water is, and we're gonna have to fill it and also probably refill it after Joe gets dunked 7,000 times. So, are you okay with that? I just wanna make sure you're not gonna be like, why is it over here in the woods by
Is
the
that what I
bathrooms?"
sound like?
I thought that's what you were going to say.
I mean,
I
sometimes.
did notice that she.
I mean, she went real high and like lazily on that. Dang, Jill. All right.
So, are you okay
Savage.
with that? You know, I don't want you to feel like we
Why
stuck
is it
your
over
favorite thing
here?
near the bathroom.
I want to make sure that there is ample room for a line because there will 100% be a line if there is an
well,
opportunity
people have to pay for
to
it.
put
so there
Joe
won't be as big of a
Polino in the
lot.
water.
I mean, you have that big space over there where the tree used to be,
Yeah,
so
fine.
you got a lot of
I'm
room.
good with that.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I don't want anybody
Jill,
to be
I'm fine with
upset.
that.
Sounds good.
I don't mind being in the camp by the woods.
Kim's gonna start.
She really did not mean for my Kim impression to come out when I did that.
She's gonna start singing bass now because you did
That
that.
was an accident. Did
Now,
not
now
mean
I
for
see
that.
how Jill really feels.
Did not mean for that to happen, but it's okay.
Yes, I think that's fine.
Update for the committee members that were not at the town council meeting. They did agree that we can charge people for the balls to dunk our council members. All council members except for Wayne agreed to take their turn in the dunk tank. Wayne is being given a pass because of his injury.
He can't get out of the tank if he goes down.
So
That's his own words, not mine.
I'm worried about his wing.
yeah. So that'll be fun. And we did get permission from them for vendors to charge money directly to the public if they want to. So any vendor that would rather just take payment directly from clients we've got a green light. I think we're still figuring some of that out, but
Yeah, but I need some decisions on that from you guys.
okay. I think that's it for my part of what I need to report on for Marvin Park AM. So,
Okay, so the activities for the kids inside the barn, you've ordered that. Is there anything else that you need
Inside
to
the
get?
barn? No, I've got all. Well, oh, that's not true. I still have to
You need
order
the little
the
pots
pots
and those
and the seeds
full,
and the soil.
full,
And
So-
full.
at our last AM group meeting, they decided marigolds, didn't they?
That's
Yes,
correct.
marigolds. So that will be.
Yes. You agreed to it.
You checked out because we started talking about plants.
Oh,
She's
that
gone.
makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
So anybody have a problem with marigolds before?
I love a good marigold.
There was a lot of reasons why they chose the marigolds. Went way
They're
over my head.
indestructible. They
Did we
always
talk about
germinate and they're
cucumbers?
indestructible. I mentioned cucumbers,
Okay, all right, I
but
remember
they get
now.
too
I
big
got it.
to
I
live
got
in
it.
the pot.
Yep. Okay, I remember now.
But yeah, you were there. Yeah.
Okay, I remember now. I got it.
Okay, so I will order the
Daisies
pots
are also an option. But
and the marigold seeds, and I think Christina Colt, but maybe Derek could advise me on how much soil I need to buy.
How many little pots do we get?
I think we're doing 200 if I remember correctly.
How big are they? Like that big?
are they 2-inch or 4-inch pots?
Let me check my Amazon cart and tell you. Because that's where they've been for 2 months.
Or if it gives it in ounces, then we can calculate ounces of soil.
You know what? I don't know, but that's a good idea. I'll just.
Yeah, just.
I love a good formula.
Yeah,
I'll calculate
math is
it.
your friend.
Math is my friend.
Okay.
It's just what we call our kids.
All right, so we're good with activities for kids inside the barn. Okay, balloon. Okay, so Mr. Marvel told me that he would recommend 2 twisters for 8 hours. It would be $1,600. He does not want to do a pay per balloon. He thinks
Of course he doesn't. He wants it
For how many
$1,600.
Yeah. 8 hours.
8 hours for 1,600.
Yep, 11 to 7. $1,600. I say we bag the magic show and just let him do balloon animals. We'll pay him the $1,600 for 2 people. Move it on.
Yep.
I know. You should learn how to do that. I'm gonna learn how to do it and I can make some money on the side. Okay. The face paint lady.
Hold on, let's back up.
Oh,
Are we
sorry.
all okay with that? We all in agreement? Do we need to vote that we're gonna spend $1,600 on 2 twisters for 8 hours?
You're not required to vote on that.
Well, I don't need a vote, but just a consensus. We're all okay?
Yeah, I mean, it
Give
feels
her
really
permission to move
expensive for
forward.
like one entertainment item, but let's face it, that's a really popular entertainment item.
Yeah.
And to have them free, I mean, that's like,
It's a draw.
Oh, I will commit to getting the sponsorship to cover the $1,600. Oh wait, I've already done that. Perfect. There you go.
yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
Done
what do
and
you
done.
need from me?
Do you want to contact him about a contract or do you want me to do it?
I can do it.
Okay, I
Just
will
send me
send you his
info.
information.
Okay.
Yeah, I call him Mr. Marvel, but his name's Chris. So, okay,
And then you had face painters?
face painter lady. She said that she will do the pay per go. I think we all agreed that that would be
That's the best.
the best. We just need to set her up in a prime location.
Mm-hmm.
There will be two
By the dunk tank one.
people. What's her number? Hang on, I'm looking for her. I'm looking for her text so I can just.
I wish we had more than 2.
This is all at the park then.
Everything's at the park, yeah.
Okay. So,
Were you doing fireworks?
In progress.
okay. 2, she said 2, possibly 3. She would definitely do a paper per face. She just needs to be in a prime location, and we just, no other face painters, which we're not gonna have, and just basically say that there's gonna be face painting there.
Okay, I would love to do 3, and I'm fine with all of her demands
Okay.
as long as there's 3 face painters.
Okay. All right, I will call her and confirm that, and
And have her
assuming she's good with that, everybody's good with that.
I'll
'cause we're
reach
not-
out to her to get a contract put together also.
Yes. Okay, so I'll firm up 3.
They're gonna be there 11 to 7 also?
I mean, yeah, I mean, if they're doing paper thing, then yeah, I'll have them there 11 to 7.
Perfect.
My kids
Is that the
always
main
like
time
that
for
face
everything?
painting when they were little. especially
Well,
if
I
you
mean,
got,
it's
like, a
gonna kind of run
vest
into the
and-
concert,
I like it.
but
Yeah.
every like person that I talked to said that you don't necessarily want them packing up at like 4 because more people will be coming to the park. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. That's all for me.
What about the inflatables?
That's Jill. I know it says my initials beside it, but that's Jill.
Have we done that? I can't remember.
I haven't booked them yet because we changed what we decided to do at the last meeting. We've decided to have a separate small bouncer that we're gonna basically declare this is for kids like
Okay.
6 and under.
6 and under, yeah.
And then we'll have the separate larger one that's the bouncer with the obstacle course combo.
Yep.
2 generators. I've got the quotes. I just have to actually book it.
Sorry, I got some questions. Are y'all done?
Mm-hmm. I'm finished with my part.
So we had some discussions at some point about having grounds performances like taekwondo demonstrations, dance demonstrations. Did we decide to not do that?
We were
No,
we were waiting to figure out the stage situation.
Yeah, we talked about it at the working group, and we discussed how the stage is likely gonna have to be set up the night before and probably be there all day before the concert. So if that is the case, and the stage will be available by 11 a.m. when the park activities start, and we get that confirmation from your group, then we will go ahead and start lining up some acts. We're gonna do like dance schools, taekwondo.
I did not schedule it to start until 4, so I'm gonna have to reach back out to my guy.
The stage.
Yeah, and amend.
Okay, I mean, we don't necessarily need the stage in order to have some ground entertainment. We just thought,
Christina, when are they setting up the stage?
Then, well, they're bringing it in the night before, but potentially, he's got in his contract, it won't be ready until, well, he's got in the contract, the event starts at 4, so.
Okay, well let's confirm that because I would prefer not to have them setting up stuff while people are walking around and enjoying the venue. I would much prefer that as set up before people start showing up at 11
Okay.
I agree.
because I think it looks tacky. Like, oh, we're not.
So then it's just a matter of clarifying though, is that like, does he have some sort of proprietary interest in people not using it until
Yeah.
4, even if it's sitting there?
Yeah. Which
Which is fine,
If
if he
that's
does,
the case,
like,
that's
isn't-
fine. But I don't want him setting stuff up and messing with lights and sound and all that stuff. Like, I want that done before people start showing up at the park at 11. Especially if they're going to set it up on Friday. Like, you might as well do everything.
Well, I told him that it needed to be set up, but he's got in the contract, the event starts at 4, so I don't, again, it might.
Yeah, so if it's just something where he's like, nobody's on my stage until I know the people are on my stage, that's fine.
He's got set up June 2nd at 12 p.m., so it probably will be, but do you guys want me to tell him to make it available at 11 a.m.?
I would at least ask him how he feels
Yeah,
about
ask
that,
him.
'cause-
And then if he
Because
says
we'll
no,
use it
then
if it's
no.
available.
Right.
I mean, if he's got June 2nd by noon, then that's definitely,
No, I don't
should
think
be
it's not
available
by
June
noon.
3rd by
I think
11.
I think it's starting at noon.
Okay, so then my next question is, we need to come up with, I guess, rules and deadlines for, like, the performances, like have a stage schedule.
Well, why don't we see if he's going to let us do that first, and then we'll put it
Yeah,
together.
I will.
Yeah.
So if I'll move these, this next one down to January, February, but y'all
Yeah.
start thinking about that.
Hold on, Derek. Have you reserved the park that Friday too? Friday and Saturday? Like
Yes.
block it
Yeah,
off?
we closed it the whole weekend.
Perfect, okay, just making sure. I've asked Christina, but she doesn't listen to me and she doesn't write stuff down on a sticky note, so she forgets to do
You'll
stuff.
be happy to know she did that.
I did.
She did.
I feel like there's some history there.
She won't give me my don't block the driveway sign. She didn't write it down the first 3 times I asked her.
Well, you know,
People are
don't
blocking
read
our
those
driveway?
signs, so people waiting to get into the road.
I will literally I will yell at somebody that is blocking the driveway. Just like I yelled at the person turning left this morning. They didn't hear me, but I was
So
yelling.
I wanted Derek to mention too that we did inquire on the overflow parking, as he had mentioned at the last meeting. We did get Ed to ask about that, and I don't think any different result came out of that conversation.
Well, we appreciate the effort. How about that?
Um,
Can we ask the fire station if people can park there and walk over?
I doubt it.
They won't.
There's like spots in the back for election day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a good 20 spots.
Just another update for the park AM/PM.
Nope, nobody likes that idea.
I'll ask.
I don't think they will. I will say that the person who told me no about the big field, who simply communicates from the field owner, he's the land overseer, he will be at Village Hall Saturday driving the fire truck. Just throwing it out there.
Get him, Kim.
Throat punch, Kim.
No, that's when I gotta use my finesse.
Yes. Change. Just
I mean, there's
sweet
like,
talking.
yeah.
Do we have a site map yet?
Or,
The park?
No.
you want one?
Like for
I
the
do.
For all
where
the
everything's
events?
Gonna be.
She does.
I thought you assigned that to Hunter to work with Derek on, but we pushed it back because we needed to know exactly what
What
we
was
had
gonna
first.
be on site before we give it a spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just good for us to have as we're sitting here talking about where the dump take is, if we just bring it and start modifying it.
Start drawing on it.
Give me a list of activities and I'll start you a rough sketch of one.
As far as the animal exhibits, Andy and Jen are working on that. They're making some progress. We'll update you officially, hopefully by the next one. The disc golf clinics, that's handled. They've added another one. They've given me some parameters of how many people they would like us to limit it to.
3 clinics? Or 4?
We added a 4th,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
believe.
we did.
We added a 4th.
And he was good with it.
Just do it with Seth doing them all.
Seth, and I think he's got a partner. You know what, maybe by the next meeting, I'll bring a timeline to show these are the times that the clinics are happening. These are the times that I think Christina Culp agreed to do the nature tours and cottage garden tour every hour on the hour.
I thought it was every other hour.
It was every other hour for tours, and then she was gonna do the intervening hours was the gardener talks.
Oh, okay.
So it's essentially every hour, but like what's actually,
It seems weird that you have to wait 2 hours. If you miss the tour, you gotta wait 2 hours to come back and get the next one. It's just
She's probably still back there if you want me to get her.
yeah, they're wrapping up the
You want me to go ask?
tree stuff.
no, I'll ask her later. And then food trucks. I was able to add, the working group knows this, but you guys don't. I was able to add Cousin's Lobster for PM only. Then I reached out to a Mr. Greek. Did somebody here told me about them? I feel like
before, yeah.
they could only commit to AM, but she's a little bit hesitant. She's like, "How am I supposed to get out with all the people there and yada yada?" And I was like,
Oh, that sounds a lot.
I wouldn't worry about it. We may have other vendors kind of coming and packing up and going
We're
at
also
certain
gonna have-
points during the day.
sheriff's deputies
Right.
there.
I'm like, well, we can get you out because I have another truck that's only coming for the PM portion, and the
can
alcohol
swap.
trucks will
The-
only come for the
the-
PM
the
portion.
only-
So it's not a
yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
The only vehicles coming in and out would be staff and shuttles. So
Exactly. So I think it's fine. I
I
wrote
think
it back
she's
and
worried
said
about
it's
the
not going to be a
people.
problem.
But I mean,
why would someone be worried there's too many people for their business? You know what I mean?
no, like
Yeah.
walking,
Getting
like as
out.
they're trying to leave.
So
Like, they don't
she's
wanna
a little
run somebody
finicky.
over.
I'm not going
The
to.
alcohol trucks.
No. So
Hunter's working on
at
that.
the last council meeting, the council approved us having the alcohol trucks. Hunter, the working PM group is going to work on that and come back with some options.
I have someone that like plans events at like residences, hotels and stuff, and that's something she books. She books like, you know, where they have like a trailer and it's an alcohol truck.
Cool.
So if you want me to reach out to her for who she likes, I can.
Yeah, or if you want to give her information to Hunter and have him reach out to her
Okay.
and see
So,
if she has some leads,
okay.
kind of make it easier on him. I couldn't remember who was ordering the discs. Was that me or was that you?
I'll do it. I have the preliminary
I just need to get you the numbers.
conversation, yeah,
Okay.
and logo.
Well, we're waiting
That's
on
right,
the
we're
new
waiting on the
logo.
logo.
We should have new logos next week. They're presenting at council, and
We get them tomorrow.
the committee should theoretically, if they're good with it, should hand it off to council. So you guys could theoretically approve next week if you don't have changes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's
I
it.
have a contact at Middle James Brewery. They didn't have a truck, but they had a tent. So, I mean,
I like Middle James.
okay.
I like
Do you-
Sycamore.
What's Hunter's? I'll send it to Hunter. What's his?
Planner.
Planner at Marvin.
marvinc.gov. It's probably better if we don't have Sycamore. I gotta stay away from those mountain candies. I forget how strong they are. It's a problem.
All right, Christina, what are your other questions for the AM Park?
That's all I have.
All right, Christina, do you want to move on to the PM part?
Yes. All right, so
I
I
have a lot of
started,
questions.
for me.
Get ready to be grilled.
So I started blacking off stuff that we've already done on our group, so that's why mine looks kind of weird.
Well, then how do you know you've done it?
Can't tell what it was.
What if you
'Cause I
forget?
can undo it and look at it.
How are you gonna know now?
So the recommendation on the big band versus the little band, obviously we've talked about that a couple of times. If you look at this little attachment that I gave you here, I want you all to make a decision so I can present to the council on their next meeting, the bands. We are recommending Coconut Grove and Early Ray.
Can I just pause right there? I was confused about the opening paragraph that said something about depends on Eric
Yeah,
Dodd.
he's not available.
He's not
So, yeah.
available. Darn, I liked him. Okay.
So our recommendation is Coconut Grove and Early Ray.
So,
Only two bands?
They're both, yeah. The stage company said it would be really hard to do the three. I say the stage company, the entertainment group, this group right here.
Can we do a little sample of each?
you were supposed to have done that before you came.
Yeah, you have homework.
Yeah.
Did you
Hang
not do
on,
your
I can
homework?
pull it up.
I did Coconut Grove. I didn't do the other guy.
I'm just teasing you.
They were good.
Okay.
Do y'all want me to pull
Coconut
it
Groove.
Uh-uh.
up? No.
So,
I haven't listened to any of them. But
I was a little,
Did Coconut Grove do any country? I didn't hear them sing country.
no, they're kind of like
They were more like the old songs.
are they beachy oldies?
beachy.
Well, Early Ray does the country, and I love the fact that they have a fiddle. Like,
I love a fiddle.
I like a
I
fiddle,
love so much
too.
about a fiddle.
Oh
and
my
that
God.
eight-bit violin.
Fiddle
So,
and a mandolin. That's my two.
Coconut
Yeah.
Groove says that they will
Can't listen to
play
violin, though.
a range, pop, funk, rock and roll, country, rhythm and blues, Americana, and jam.
Perfect. Tell them no country.
It's early, right?
Latest Cafe. They deliver it out here.
Coconut Grove.
Groove.
It says,
I know, I can call them Grove too.
okay, so that's,
Yeah, I like Coconut Grove, whatever they are.
Groove.
Is it 1
I was a
I mean, I'm
little-
bummed not to have like some of the 80s stuff, but the Kids in America people were.
I'm a little
Way
concerned
too
about
cheesy
the
about the
cost,
80s stuff.
I'll be honest.
Was it like cringy?
Oh my god, so cringe.
Yeah, and they were more expensive
It's
too.
coconut groove. There's 2
Oh, I
O's.
can't deal with
I
that.
can't. There, it's a mockery of the 80s.
That
What?
physically hurts.
No, it's really painful.
That's
The-
Early Ray.
But you don't listen to country anyway.
I know, but I love that song.
I stopped listening after about mid 2000s.
I don't.
I get the occasional one now and then, but
I don't.
I'm not a fan of
Jamie
modern.
Lyon recommended Early Ray, and then Bob recommended the coconut groove.
Groove.
Which
There's
Bob?
2 O's.
Council Bob or Bob Nunnally?
Yes,
So can
Council
we just talk
Bob.
about the pricing in here? Cause the Early Ray is gonna charge us $3,225, and I'm unclear on how long he's gonna play for that much money. And then it also says from his agent, I think this is attached to his, that there needs to be a stage with a price tag of $6,000. Now, I'm assuming that maybe the stage that we're already getting might work for him, but, so right here, it says, from my agent, specialized sounding and lights to a price tag of $6,000.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that applies to Early Ray or if that applies to these people up above, this Lazar Louver.
Laser lover.
So,
Y'all, it has been a morning here. Okay, thank you.
It took me a long time to work that out.
It's like,
Actually,
what the hell?
I think that's for
It's
the,
like
I think that's for
Linder.
the top one.
You know what? I deserved that.
Stoplight.
I deserved
Trying
that.
to read somebody's
trying to read the
license
license
tag.
Is
You're
that
like,
not
well, it
the
was
stage
reminding me.
fee?
Did any of you guys see the thing that you
this
do,
was-
the one with Tom Hanks and the band?
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
band's
saying.
name was the
Was
Wonders,
that-
but they
Oh, that
spelled it
was that.
O-N-E, and the guy
The Oneaters.
introduced him as the Oneaters. That's what I was thinking.
So
of.
that's what I'm saying. We have a stage contract, but according to this, and I just don't
so
know.
let me just interrupt you real quick. 'Cause
Yeah.
I asked them for a stage quote, so I think that they're just giving the stage quote because I asked for it, not because they're recommending.
This goes with Laser Lover.
Are you sure it does? Okay,
Yeah, Laser
perfect.
Lover.
What was it you called it, Jill?
Because look,
Lazar Louver.
Yeah,
Lazar
it
Louver.
comes
it
before.
does. It does.
Okay,
Look.
They're really
perfect.
right.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Early Ray, and then on the back of the
Lazar
Early
Louver.
Ray page, you
How
have
long does it
additional
say Early
details.
Ray's gonna play for? Because I didn't see that, and I'm just curious for
No, we tell 'em.
$3,200. And then the Coconut Groove folks want 2,500. So we're looking at 5,700 without the stage for these 2
Early
bands,
Ray's
which is way more than what
32.25.
we did last year.
That would be the
he's-
opener. Sorry.
He said
Probably Coconut Groove.
2 bands, 5:30 to 7, and then 7:30 to 9:30. So they would both be 2 hours.
5:30 to 7 and 7:30 to 9:30.
It's 90 minutes for
Oh, yeah.
one.
So
and
90 minutes for
hours
these
for the
guys,
other.
2 hours for the other.
I think that's a long time to play.
Mm-hmm.
What about an hour and then 90 minutes?
Whatever y'all want. Y'all tell
Um,
me what you want.
I mean, that's
I mean,
your standard concert. Well, no.
2 hours is
I
a standard
just,
concert.
how do we all feel about
Yeah.
paying $5,700?
I have literally no frame of reference.
What
So
would they-
last year we
Oh.
spent like over 5,
Mhm.
and I feel like one of the reasons we even started talking about having smaller local bands was so that we didn't spend 5,000 on bands and 5,000 on a stage like we did last year. But this seems like we're paying more for these guys than what we got last year. Whereas I was thinking like the Vinyl Tones that live in Lawson and charge like 500 for the night, you know?
Well, I think your opening acts, that was the goal. Like like a
Yeah.
few $100 for a couple openers and then a couple thousand for your main act, not 2 at $3,000 a piece. But are we concerned
Well, and I
about
don't
the number or
remember.
not?
I don't specifically remember whether the whole goal was the cost. That would have been a decent consideration, but it was also to sort of vary up the
I don't care.
genres, so that if you're not into country, you got something else to look forward to look for.
Yeah.
But that may obviously come with a different kind of price tag. I mean, I think it's reasonable to expect them to be cheaper, especially if they're playing for shorter, but but based on what this guy is saying, they can't do 3 short sets.
He did not like it. He didn't say they couldn't, but he just didn't think it was. He didn't think it was.
They're not
ideal.
gonna charge us less for 3 short sets. They're
Well, they
charged the same
should
amount.
only get charged for the amount of time that they're on the stage, so if they do a short set, it should be cheaper. Theoretically.
But a lot of times they have like minimums.
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
their-
no,
on their
I get
booking.
it. You have, there's a pain in the ass fee for showing up, so,
These guys don't come with riders that I'm unaware of, right? Where they need tents, food, sandwiches,
No
Gatorades,
brownie
batteries,
bags.
I mean, that was ridiculous.
strippers. I mean, what else am I supposed to bring these guys to their event? Ridiculous. I would prefer not to have to do riders. Can we get clarification on that?
I'll ask him, but if they needed it, they would have put it in here.
That's what I think too. I'm fine with the price.
I mean, you've given me some frame of reference, but I can't,
She has limited frame of reference.
I have limited frame of reference.
So you're gonna do Coconut Groove or?
I mean, if we're paying $1,600 for a balloon dude,
Yeah,
So is there a consensus to go ahead and move forward with these 2?
of the ones on here, yeah, I mean, the Coconut Groove guys seemed very musically
Sure.
adept, and I
They'll
loved
be
the
the
fiddle
opener,
in the other
right?
one.
And Early Ray will be the second act.
However you guys want to do it.
So Early Ray's country only, right?
Mhm.
No,
And
no,
No?
he said he does.
it's like country classic rock sort of thing.
Yeah, he's the one that was.
No, he does a lot. They said their set list of over 300 songs grows weekly. They will do.
So would you have
Everything
both?
from CeeLo to Guns N' Roses to Michael Jackson, Prince, country. They'll do anything.
Oh, Philo?
So yeah, I would love to hear their adaptations of some stuff and throw in some of the 80s stuff that I'm missing.
Like just have both groups mix it up then?
His one song?
Different.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay, so there's a consensus for those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
And
We're
any
gonna
preference
quick
on which one first?
Coconut Groove probably first,
Mm-hmm.
and then Early Ray second is the longer set, and they have the larger variety, I think, and probably the more dancey.
Any other discussion on that? All right, and then the second quote that I got for the stage is listed, this one right here. It's $3,800. And it's for a 20 by 16 stage with sound and a digital mixer for technology. And it also has lighting for the stage and the crowd. Is that the,
Do they run it?
do they run the equipment?
Yeah, who runs all the
No.
lighting and stuff?
So
No clue. on
what
that.
happens
Find
if it
out.
collapses like last year?
Does it have a roof?
I don't think it does.
Maybe it's angled
Yeah,
where it doesn't hold water.
and they had to. We
Well, I knew it rained. I didn't know the stage.
we delayed the concert.
If no available power, the city of Marvin must provide a 25K
I thought it was just
three-phase
delayed because
generator
the rain,
for sound equipment only.
Waiting for the rain to clear.
I got generators.
People trying to
24-hour security. City of Marvin must provide 24-hour security of equipment set up 1 day prior to show to make sure all the items
You
stay
good?
in place and are secured.
Did you hear what she just said?
What?
24-hour security is
They want us to have
required.
24-hour security on the stage before the show since it's being set up the day before.
No, that's not gonna happen. Is this the same company that you were telling me about?
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is right there. We need to provide a digital mixer and a technician.
We have to do that.
Yeah. Oh wait, time out. No, I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
They
Thank
do
you, I
that.
read that wrong. I thought it was saying Marvin has to. I thought when it said we
He,
agree, I
he's-
thought
he
it was
can probably
us.
work around the 24 hours since it's gated. But if not, we just hire off duty. I mean, that's all we can do.
2,500 deposit to lock in your date.
This is much cheaper than this group, as you saw at 6,000. So, I mean, if we have to provide security, it's still going to be cheaper.
Derek said he'll sit out there and watch it.
And I don't remember what we paid last year, but it was around 5,000, I believe.
Yeah.
That worked out well.
So,
Okay.
do y'all have any suggestions, questions?
Nope, I'm good.
Where are we wanting the stage?
In the grassy area near the bounce houses? No. Where do we want the stage? That's why we need a map.
On the tree line where we've set the movie screen up?
It's not big enough.
16 by 20.
You need space for the audience. The mosh pit.
Well, I have to know where the stage is gonna go, or where we want it to go, so I can tell you all if we can pull the stage in. I'm assuming it's on the back of a truck. They drive it in. Do they assemble it? How do they get this stage in?
I don't think it's gonna come like a
It's
house.
probably gonna be exactly how it was last year.
Yeah, they
Which is
assemble
what?
it.
I don't remember.
It's on a trailer and they assemble it from.
But is it 16-foot wide trailer? Or
I
is
can
it?
ask him. I mean, I'm texting him right now. Do you need to know that to confirm setup?
Yeah.
How big is the trailer? What else? What other questions do you have?
You wanted to ask about security with the gate.
Is that all the questions you have?
What does it mean Christina Amos must provide parking for the dates listed above? What are they looking to park? Are they looking to
Park the trailer, maybe?
stay on site?
Derek, do you have any other questions?
I'm thinking. I just need to sort of know the whole logistical setup of it. Like, does it come in one piece or two pieces? What's the biggest one piece they have? Do they need driving access to the stage location?
All right, let's just call him.
Does it have to be a level ground?
No, it can't be the high
Can I
school.
Probably can't be on a hill.
Facilities.
Can I just meet them at the park?
Well, they just shim it.
Well, I mean, like,
They don't want to give up that date in case there's like rainouts for graduations or anything like that. They need the schools for that.
Hey, Elliot, it's Christina, Village of Marvin. How are you?
Perfect yourself.
Good. Do you have about 5 minutes to chat? I'm in a meeting right now, and they're asking me a lot of questions that I can't answer.
I am go for it.
Okay.
I'm here for you.
Hang on. Good, Derek, with your first question.
how big is the trailer that the stage is brought in on?
It's gonna be probably gonna be a box truck. Maybe a 16-footer or a 20-footer. To bring everything at the same time.
So everything's in the box truck, or is the box truck pulling a trailer?
The box truck is still, it's gonna be in the box truck.
Okay. Does the ground, how level does the ground need to be?
For the stage,
Yes.
also is going outside, not inside.
Yes, it's going outside.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you think it was going, buddy?
It doesn't have to be level.
I know, I can hear it.
How else would it
What?
you know?
Ask that question one more time. I could barely hear you.
It doesn't have to be level, but how unlevel is it?
How unlevel is it?
I mean, it just, we're not talking about the side of a hill. It would just not be perfectly level.
It's not perfectly level. It's at a park, and it's not. I mean, it's not hilly or anything. It's just not.
It's not soccer field.
It's not a soccer field.
Yeah, it's
football
not
field.
laser graded.
That's fine, we can, deal with, unlevel terrain. If it's a big conversion, I would like to know so I can get fixed. I thought we were doing it inside, and probably wouldn't be able to set it up, the audio out, and leave it outside overnight. Setting up the stage, the day before is not a problem. And I didn't know it was outside, my intuition that it was inside.
So we probably need to amend the contract then, so you can come back and set the audio up the next day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We can come back early. And your event doesn't start till 4, correct?
It doesn't start until 4, but they're telling me now that they want the stage to be able to be functional around 11 because we might want to have some like other, like little events, like DJ kind of thing happening at 11.
Okay, that's not a problem. We can do that. We can either come early that morning or set it up the day before the stage. But I wouldn't feel comfortable with leaving the audio outside overnight.
Okay, we would prefer you come set it up the night before and then come back and do the AV that morning.
That's not a problem. We can definitely take care of that.
Okay. The security on the contract, 24-hour security, this is a gated park. Would we still have to provide like a manned security overnight?
Not for the audio, not for the stage. I mean, nobody's going to take it. If it's gated, it's perfect. We don't have a problem with it.
Okay, so if we can remove that part of the contract out, that'd be great.
Okay.
And then there was a question about parking. It says that we have to ensure parking. I'm assuming that that's no longer, since you understand it's not like inside, you're gonna be.
Yeah, it's just a jargon we put in all contracts.
Okay.
A lot of events we go to, they just leave the parking out of it.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
Or you can't park here, they just leave us on our own, and sometimes we have to park miles away and have to come back.
Okay,
So
okay.
it just becomes, you know, we just been forgotten about it. Logistically, it's a nightmare when we have to do stuff like that. So we have to at least address that when it comes to parking.
Any other questions y'all have?
Is he providing the person to do?
Oh yeah, the mixer. Who's gonna run the technology? Do we have to provide someone for that, or is that typically someone from the band?
No, ma'am, it's on there. If you look at, I think it's line item 5, mixer with a tech.
So that's a person, not a piece of equipment?
Okay, so you guys will do that.
Yes, ma'am. I'll help you send an operator and come out and operate it, set up, pick up, and deliver it.
Okay.
And is that person going to be there all day or just starting at 4 o'clock?
But I think it's line item number 5.
It's number three. But is that person gonna? You had originally only understood we were gonna do this from 4 to 10. So I guess we need to make a decision if we want that digital mixer there from 11 to 10 because that's gonna change the cost. So do y'all?
I don't think I need the tech there, the audio technician for like the local dance school to do an Irish dance on the stage. You know what I mean? We're not gonna be having that type of stuff.
We're gonna have to figure out when they can come back and set up their AV too.
Or
He said he was gonna come back. and do
before
that in the
11.
morning.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're gonna be using the stage, they're gonna need.
Nothing starts at the park till 11, nothing at all. So if he can come back before 11
Okay.
and get it, like if he can come at 9.
Okay, I'll be in
8 o'clock.
touch with you, Elliot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Let me know if you have any questions or
Any other questions?
anything that you don't just sit to call at any time.
You have another
Now that
question?
it's outside, if we need a
No.
tent over the audio stuff, he needs to put that in the contract.
Yeah, is the stage is not covered, correct?
It's not.
Okay. Yeah, so if you need a tent over the mixer material, then just put that in the contract.
Okay, so you do need it or you actually need it? I would need one.
If you need one, yeah, if you need that, then I would just put that in there.
This year.
I mean, if we need anything on our end, that won't be included in the contract. We won't charge you for something that we would personally bring for ourselves.
Okay.
Now we have an inclement weather, and my apologies, I thought it was inside. we do have inclement weather. If the weather would permit, I cannot bring the stuff.
Yeah.
As far as my audio outside, it just water and electronics don't mix well.
Okay.
So I definitely wouldn't bring it out. Or if we brought it out, we would have to strike it. Or cover it so it will be inoperable, you know, at the time of inclement weather. I hope you can understand that part.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right.
Don't hesitate to call me if you have any more questions.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye. Okay. So I'll get that modified. Are you guys okay with this vendor?
I'm okay with it. I just have some questions logistically, and you guys gotta figure this out. But we're hiring them for a 16 by 20 stage. But how much of that is going to be occupied by equipment? Are you going to be telling a dance group that, well, they're limited to, like, are you telling them 16 by 20, or do we know what percentage is not going to be? You know, I don't want them up there and then tripping over a
Right.
Yeah.
cable. I don't know how you need a stage set up.
Why are
works.
we using the stage?
I don't know.
Why won't we just use the ground for the performances?
Oh, just because we heard that the stage was gonna be there and we thought,
Unused.
oh, if
so
you
we
have a
thought-
blank stage. might
You,
as well
don't you also
put
have to
there.
have like a more harder surface for Irish dancing?
I don't, that was
River
just an
dancing,
example.
pretty
I
sure
don't
you
know.
So it wasn't that we needed it,
When-
it was one of those things where we heard it was gonna be there and we thought,
Why not
I
utilize
would just
it?
use the
Right,
ground, and
use
then
it.
you don't have to come up with the rules like 16 by 24 and figure all that stuff
Yeah,
out. It just
because
seems
he's
easier.
setting up 3 vocal mics, 3 instrument mics, a mic for the drum set, 4 stage monitors. So
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think getting a bunch of extra people out there is gonna be a pain in the ass, and we got enough going on.
I don't have to do any entertainment at all.
Yeah, I
during
mean,
the
I
day.
would
We got
prefer
plenty of
not to do
guys.
the ground performances, to be honest with you. I think that it's a lot,
Yay, that's one less thing
it's
for
a lot
me.
less stressful to take that off.
You're welcome.
that's
No
fine.
performers, thank you. Thanks, Christina. Appreciate it.
See, there
She
you go
opened the
with high
door. She
pitch.
threw the fastball. You swung the pitch, but thank you both of you. How's that?
I'm the one that threw it up there and hit it. I said, we don't need all that stuff. And Christina just merely agreed with me because I'm right.
She's my boss.
With
Okay, so are y'all good with this group? Because if so, then I'm just gonna get this and then send it to council on the 13th to approve.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. The only thing that gave me pause was, his thing about the inclement weather, which I totally get what he's saying, that electrical and AV doesn't mix.
Nobody's
But
gonna
he
be outside
totally-
if it's thunderstorming.
I was gonna say, but he was also totally missing the concept of the tent. You were asking,
Jo-
do you
would
need
like the
a cover
stage
on the stage to protect the
big
AV?
field?
And he was
Across
interpreting
from the
that
barn.
as, do I need a tent for the people
But
to
Oh,
have
I see what
shade?
you're saying, yeah.
Which is why he was saying, I wouldn't charge you
Yes.
for something we brought
ideally,
you for
I feel
our
like
own.
that gives the most
Yeah,
audience
personal.
space for people
So
to
you were
sit down.
asking for
Yeah,
something
me
to
too.
protect it in inclement
Something-
weather?
Yeah, he's not gonna,
Closer to
So there's a
Not gonna
little
bring it out.
discrepancy
Trucks
there,
and
but
things as well.
it doesn't disqualify this vendor, I'm
And
just,
that way.
I think that he would
I
just
was
not
just
even bring it out.
decide
yeah, I'm
to
just
be all
hearing
your
it, I was just mentioning it, I was sort of
activities.
hearing
And where you
a
do the movies.
disconnect.
So the
Label
yard,
screens
the
can be
yard
the way out the
activities,
face
we
painters,
did
the balloon
order,
twisters.
2 Connect Fours,
Dump
2
tank.
checkers, and I'm waiting to get our new logo to order the ring toss and the cornhole, because we wanna customize those.
Yep,
Bless you.
The fireworks is,
All right,
Okay.
so one of the things I wanted to mention to you all is you had asked me to send a letter to Hattenberg, or Hattenauer Yarborough to add the property on Crane Road as a source for setting off the fireworks. He did call me back this morning, he said no.
Are you okay, kid? Do I need to come give you the Heimlich? I don't know what I'm doing, but I can try.
And Derek, I know
Break a
that
rib
you
break.
had worked on potentially figuring some changes out based off of Joel's assessment, but I don't think y'all got anywhere either.
No, I mean, Joel's words to me were, there are no other potential launch sites available at Eford Park. As to the radius shown, yes, these areas will be off limits once our team arrives and will remain until post-show inspection sweep to clear the site. Please keep in mind that final approval of any fireworks site falls under the jurisdiction of the Union County. So I hate to see any of the park be eaten up, but if we can, I mean, if people want to look at these, they can.
These two.
So Derek,
The best site is down by the water,
They're
Oh,
scattered.
you
They're scattered.
but that puts debris into the pond, which raises a whole nother neighborly issue. There's one with a yellow and one without a yellow.
Okay, so there's another set right there. So I don't think so.
If we need to go with the one with the yellow ring, I'm okay with that. I just hate to see
That's a lot of the park.
that much of the park eaten up. Granted, most of your stuff is going to be happening in and around the barn. We'll have to find some sort of alternative for disc golf.
Well, how early does he set up?
last year he set up really
Early.
This is going to take out your gardening stuff too.
Yep.
It's off limits the entire day.
Well, so that's the gray areas. We would need to maybe ask permission if we can still use the gardens.
Where's just Where's the gardens at on here?
You can see
Bottom left of the X. Just go,
Near the white arrow that says.
Yeah, just
350.
to the left of the X.
They look like little.
see that open field with some green patches in it?
I didn't even know we had gardens.
We have a park?
Those are the best.
Yeah, I highly doubt he's gonna let anybody get that close to those fireworks, just in case something happens. Last year he started set up around 12, and just from a safety standpoint, I highly doubt he's gonna let anything happen close to
I mean, so technically speaking, with the yellow circle, we could still access the walking trail because it's.
What is the difference between the yellow and red circles with regard to, I mean, like, why are there two circles?
One's a 4-inch and one's a 5-inch.
Joe likes to say
I don't know.
Oh, you mean the size of
blowing your
the
nose.
fireworks
No.
or something? I don't know.
Red circle safety zone.
Like, what are we compromising in the show in order to achieve a yellow circle?
I think it's just,
I don't.
No one would ever know the difference.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but I'm kind of curious.
Probably the size of the firework.
But do we really
Yeah,
want
I
to?
don't
Do we really want
It's-
to mark that much of the park off limits the entire day?
Well-
You need me?
No.
that it's going right into the pond.
Yeah.
It is a. I mean, if we set the stage up on the big field across the street from the barn, I mean, it's a great viewing angle. It's you're right
Okay, let me
underneath the
go-
fireworks.
Let me call you
Which
back after this meeting.
Was
and
a
we'll go.
general concern from them from the beginning. They were a little worried about the trees blocking a lot of the viewing from the barn area. So I mean, if we're talking about stage to fireworks show, that's a pretty direct line there with the gap in trees down the driveway.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, okay, if we go with this X in the middle of the yellow circle and the stage is right here on this big field, I mean, you've got a great viewing angle. There's no trees really blocking a couple little, small
So,
ones. But
one thing, are we completely against this?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get sued by Walden Pond or something.
I'll tell you why. I
you
don't
can
know where
go-
my food trucks are gonna go. I
Okay, but
don't,
why are we against this? Let's just go through that real quick.
Because of the pond, I
because
suppose?
of the pond.
that our only
That
reason?
crosses our property line too.
Well, even that takes out the garden, community gardens.
Who's opposed to this? Raise your hand if you're
Yeah, because
opposed.
the gardens are.
You don't get a vote between
Yeah,
you.
who's on the subcommittee that's opposed to this?
At this point, I'm
Who's
opposed to
opposed to
fireworks,
fireworks?
at the park altogether.
Yeah.
Me. I'm opposed to fireworks altogether.
Me too.
So who's opposed to this that's on the subcommittee? Raise your hand, please. Okay, and the reasons are,
The pond.
Debris in the ponds, and
Okay.
I lose my gardens and my spot for my food trucks.
well, you lose that.
Either way, which is why
Regardless.
she's opposed to
Right.
What are
all
your-
So I'm
fireworks.
opposed to all of it.
Okay, so who was the other hand? Why are you opposed to this?
The pond issues, putting
Okay.
debris into the pond.
So bringing this scenario up, it still doesn't answer the concerns that you had for Jill for the.
Where'd you want the food
the
trucks to go?
fireworks
I
and
thought
the-
we were going to put them down the driveway.
Which driveway?
Just the main
So-
drive.
The driveway.
Well, okay,
driveway,
what
yeah.
I'm seeing here though is that the difference between these two images really doesn't matter so much in the sense that if we're doing one or the other, we're still losing a lot of the park if we're not allowed to be in
Yes.
this area
Mhm.
during the day. So it kind of, this one doesn't seem to free up enough space to suddenly make it feasible. I mean, we're still losing gardens.
You're losing both. Yes, you're losing both.
So even if we did this
The benefit
and
of
weren't opposed to it, I don't know that we free up enough to make it feasible, do we?
Well, the only thing that I was going to mention this would benefit is the fallout zone for all the people that's going to be here. It's less likely to have fallout here than it is.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah, I
big
mean,
is
that
it?
one's getting closer.
Can we
to,
get
yeah.
sued by Walden Pond for this?
I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't see why. And
If we
so,
put all this debris in their pond?
I wouldn't see why. I mean, that's a question for Chaplin, but
That'd be my concern. But
I wouldn't see why we'd be sued for firework debris going in the pond.
anyway.
I like the yellow one because it allows the walking trail to stay
What
open.
is your take on that?
I've got some disc golf
It
holes.
depends, I mean, like what he was saying, it depends on whether it's on your property,
In
and
those
I'm not
woods.
really sure what the.
You won't be able to do them either way though.
Do what?
Can I ask a question? Where was
We'd
where,
be outside of the circle.
On the disc golf?
Yeah.
The disc golf is outside of the yellow circle.
Yeah. Most of the holes.
okay? You guys hated at the park. How far away was the lot last year from the high school?
Oh, like 200 yards by the crow flies. It was right behind
It was
the
close.
visitor bleachers, and you were sitting up high on that hill of the stands.
Could you see it from the park?
I had that same question. Let me do a measure distance.
The fireworks?
Yeah.
That's a question for the firework company. They should be able to
It's-
tell us how.
It's literally like, this is Google. Here's where people were sitting. There's where it was.
Okay, so can you? Where is it? Where is that in conjunction with the park?
Oh yeah, we were.
4
park.
times as far away, maybe. Maybe 3.
I mean,
We
Oh,
looked at
it's a
this
lot
up the
more.
last time and
It's
it
a
was
lot.
real far away.
It's a lot
Yeah.
more.
What about Fincher's property? Huh?
which one?
Right here.
Cornfield. Would you have anything growing at that time of year?
No. Oh, corn.
1,340
I'm thinking
feet.
right now.
Yeah, I keep having problems thinking everything's gonna be dark at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm
This
the
is
same
what-
way.
What about the industrial? What about that industrial park down Marvin Road or Newtown Road?
That's not a bad idea. They have a big open field.
They do.
1.34 miles
To where?
from the park to where we shot them off last year.
Okay, what about the industrial park on Newtown Road?
That would be.
Does that? You should be able to see them from
you
a
would
mile away.
certainly be able to see them.
That's not even a mile away.
1.3.
This one?
No, that's at the. That's
No,
at
no,
the
I'm
high
saying
school.
even if we shoot them off at the same property as last year, wouldn't you be able to see fireworks from 1.3
I mean,
miles
people
away?
said they saw them from all over. I heard them.
It's, I asked them similar question. It's the proximity of the trees.
Yeah.
Like here's a little guy here, and here's so many trees around you.
Yeah.
Like you can't get a viewing angle.
Yeah, if they're
to
50 feet away, you could
1
probably not see them because the tree's right here. You know.
But what about the industrial park?
It still looks pretty far.
4,600 feet.
You talking about this on Newtown Road?
Is it birch? Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
birch.
Company is,
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause-
yeah.
That's
There's
it.
birch
and
in
then the
front. There's a
park is
golf
way
ball
down here.
production place
Can
in the
you measure
back.
that?
Is that what's
It
in
looks like
back?
it's about
I've
a
never.
mile.
I've just seen
It's
the
and-
birch
and-
sign.
and then
in
they
front.
have
Here it
open
said
field in front.
4,600 feet.
Yeah.
It's not quite a mile.
Charlie horse?
No, it's right.
It's definitely a good.
If it's 4,600 feet, it's less than a mile.
It's at least 3/4 of a mile.
That company?
But birch would be perfect, I think,
It's
if they would agree to do it.
it does look like the best option.
And for
It's
parking.
still
I mean, getting it out of the, I mean, the park just looks super complicated because obviously the safety zone inhibits a lot of the things we're planning
It's
on
gonna be
doing
too
if
far.
you can't go
What'd you
in
measure?
it's my thought.
anytime
birch?
during the day.
Yeah.
4,600 feet.
You could at least ask the vendor and see what they say. No harm in asking.
Well, if we can find a viewing angle to birch that doesn't have a huge tree line such that you're standing right under the trees
That's
in
the-
that direction.
The park is trees. I mean,
I know, but if you're away from the tree, like if you have a distance, like this with the site and the driveway and.
I mean, you're talking about 50, 60 feet of,
Yeah.
there's no huge,
I mean, my personal preference is we scrap fireworks altogether, but I don't see the council agreeing to that, unfortunately. So if we have to have it,
Hey,
I'd
if
rather
if
just
they
keep
won't-
it like this and we'll deal with the pond. But I would check with Chaplin to see if there's gonna be any lawsuits.
That's what I would rather see.
If the
less park closure is better.
if the land guy won't let us park there, will he let us shoot fireworks off from there?
Well, I've heard that he'll be here Saturday if you want to talk to him. But it was communicated to me that they're not really in favor of helping the village with anything ever.
I wonder
So
why
somebody
that
burned a
is.
bridge
Well, he's
somewhere.
helping by driving the fire truck for our Santa parade.
Yeah. It's,
But he's not the land open, he's not the land.
And I think we're paying him for that. Are we paying them for that?
We better not be
No,
paying the
I am-
fire
Oh, we
department
don't?
for that.
I am reimbursing them for their truck
okay.
and their diesel.
There's a lady who owns the property. I forget her name.
Okay, so I'll ask Chaplin. Are y'all in agreement with Red, as long as Chaplin says?
Whatever we can get, if there's anything we can get done that doesn't encroach on the rest of the plans for the day, and doesn't get us sued.
Well, we're just gonna have to modify a couple things.
I think we're gonna have to go ahead and lay out where you guys want stuff.
I think that
In the
site
park.
plan just got a whole lot more important.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel like I would like there to be a little bit of flexibility with this safety zone
That's gonna
during.
During the day,
day.
while nothing's happening, like while he's
Like,
not
can you
shooting
just
off.
let me into the garden? If we're gonna be done with that by,
Four.
is he even gonna know? I mean, is it gonna be roped off? Like, how does that
Well,
work?
maybe we would just tell him he doesn't have access to a certain time. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, it depends on how early he needs to set up
Yeah.
and how hardcore this perimeter is when it's not active show. Or leading
I
up to
know that
active
he
show.
did. I know that they're very serious about it when they get the fireworks on the ground because they don't want
Mm-hmm.
anything to happen to someone if they get close to him. So maybe we just y'all give me the hard stop of when he can't be on the property, and then I'll just tell him he can't be on the property until
I like that.
2.
Or get information from him on what the last, how
Yeah.
late can he set up and,
Yeah.
and still pull this off.
You want me to follow up with him on those questions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
you
some
can.
additional info,
I like it.
just so we know what our parameters are.
Alright, so I guess, I don't know if we're
Have
doing a
we signed
consensus
contract
here.
with this guy?
Yes, I guess I'll go with this one.
Hold on, have we spent money with him?
No,
not yet, but we have signed
I
it.
have a bill, but I have to send a deposit.
We haven't done that yet.
I would like to do this one, if I have no
If that
other
one checks
option,
out with the lawyer and.
That's what we're going with.
I guess.
Okay, I have to leave in 9 minutes. I'll be back at 2 if you guys are still here though.
I have a call at 1, so I will be out by then.
Alright. Want to review action items from last time?
I don't
No,
have.
I don't know if Christina's done.
Hang on, I'm sorry, I was sending Chaplin an email. Yard activities, firework timing, putt-putt course, we've got a quote on it for $450. We've got like 3 or 4 quotes, so if y'all are good with that, then we'll go ahead and make that happen. But if you don't want putt-putt, just let me know now, and we'll take it off the list.
I think
How
it's
much
gonna,
is it?
I think it's gonna depend on how much room we've got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, either way, if it goes here or there, we're still gonna be limited on room.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So do y'all just wanna axe that?
I would.
Okay.
Gone.
Band selection, we've done that. Food trucks, I think we'll do an update later on that one. And yeah, that's it for now.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay, we have our
Everything is
subcommittee list.
Yeah, the only major thing on that was, let's see. Motion schedule, fire clearing schedule of events, t-shirt quantities, we need to get that done next meeting.
I thought we decided.
Partly that was waiting for the 5K thing, right? Because we were gonna.
I thought we already decided quantities last meeting.
No, we definitely did not.
I'll revise these a little bit slightly and we'll get an assignment out.
Are you doing the photo booth?
We are not, no.
Okay.
Is that still in there?
Yeah.
Any questions on DM or at subcommittee level?
What time is the art displayed?
Here at Village Hall the night before,
Okay.
there is a display here. If I get enough interest, I'm collecting interest from artists right now. And getting them to tell me whether or not they want to do here tonight and then also at Firethorn.
I don't think this is
What's the
up to date.
timeframe at Firethorn?
Everything on here's done.
What's the time frame for Firethorn? 11, same as the rest of the stuff, 11 to whatever?
No, it's
Or are they
not.
starting at 10?
They're starting at,
Oh god, I gotta get up early. The demands of business.
9 to 3.
93. There you go, 93.
Okay. Did you get commitments for artists?
I have 2 solid commitments, well I have 3 solid commitments so far, and I'm got a growing interest list.
Okay.
We've been soliciting that through our newsletter, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I've got a growing interest list, and
I got
every
4
time
committed.
you've what?
I have 4 committed.
You have 4?
Yeah.
Please send me. So I
Okay,
have
I'll
a
send them all to you.
I have a what's it called? A Google form
Okay.
that they can fill out, and it's got just some basic questions,
Okay.
and then that way I can collect an email, and they can be on all of my broadcasts as we move forward. So
Okay. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 committed? And one that I talked to, and she was interested, but I didn't get a commitment yet, so.
is that a list of them right there?
Some of them I haven't
Okay, so
talked to
after
yet,
when we
so-
adjourn here, let's make sure we've
Okay.
got stuff, and then you can send me either that, and I can contact them with the
Okay.
form, or I can send the link of the form to you.
Okay. Who were the 2 that you got committed? I'm
Well, so
sure-
last year Lambeth Marshall participated, and she's definitely in, and so is Kat Jackson, and then
Okay. Are they-
myself, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then I've got one more
Okay.
that committed yesterday, but I can't remember the woman's name because she was at an art fair with me. Ukrainian woman, very cool.
And where are they gonna be set up? Just up in the upper?
We haven't figured that out yet. When we figure out how many approximately we're gonna have, we'll talk to the Firethorn folks and figure out where the best places to set up are.
Okay. I would think upstairs in the banquet room.
Well, they could, or we may be outside the tents,
Okay.
booth tents.
Yeah, we may want them downstairs, like in the breezeway though. Like,
Or wherever
they're
they're-
gonna do a big,
Oh.
a bunch of stuff out.
Wherever the
on lawn.
mimosa bar is.
Yeah,
Firethorn Stone and Mimosa Bar.
Yeah.
they're doing,
So when we find out what they're doing and where they're placing their amenities and all of that kind of stuff, then we'll figure out how to, where the art
they're,
stuff is.
they're
Oh,
gonna do
that's-
a
I want a Marvin
DJ,
Gaye mimosa.
cornhole, giant Jenga, food truck, burgers, mimosa bar, Bloody Mary bar. They're gonna have stuff about tennis, golf, swim. And they said they would be happy to set up the art expo. They'll probably do some sort of putting contest.
Yeah, that's
So,
right there. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
They said they're truly gonna treat this as like an open house for them to like market for new
Get
membership.
new members.
And our goal for the artists, our rough goal was about 20.
Okay, so.
That's good. Are we same 20, same
We're
20
about
for
eight
here, or
or
are, you
eight
doing, are we
people
doing
did
separate?
them.
I don't know that everybody's gonna want to come here, so if I can get 20 at Firethorn, and that's, like, I think we can get that many.
Yeah.
And one of the questions on the Google form is $100, would you be willing to pay a $100 booth fee? Cause that's reasonable, I think. That's what I often pay.
And they can sell, correct? Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Okay. alright.
Is they're
That's- I
there
was
to
telling them they
sell.
could
I mean,
so.
assuming we're not there just to put on a pretty gallery exhibit.
Some said that they could do, like an activity table too, where you would buy and create and take. Is that okay with you?
It's fine with me. We'll have to talk about that in a little depth because I don't know what Firethorn is going to be, like what our space is going to be, and whether they're going to want to have. So one of the problems is that last year, Kat Jackson did a pottery thing that was interactive,
Okay.
and it destroyed the bathrooms at the barn because everybody went and washed the clay off and totally demolished the bathroom.
Okay.
So if what they're doing is messy at all,
Okay.
Firethorn is not going to want that stuff going back into their
Should we put
restrooms.
that on your Google form if they have an idea they need, what needs to be
I have a
approved?
comment section, and if
Okay.
they have an idea, something like that, I'm more than happy to hear their ideas, totally open to them, and then we'll just have to make decisions on whether the logistics are supportable.
Supportable. I like that word.
Yeah. Fancy lawyering word.
Yeah, that's true. Like you don't realize till after the fact.
That was a
Just
really
trying
bad
to-
idea,
yeah,
right?
let's clean it up. Yeah.
So,
Eric thought it was a great idea. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
yeah.
I thought it was like dried blood all over the bathroom. It was not.
Oh, she
pretty.
was using red clay because it's cheap. Oh.
Yeah.
so icky. Red clay is cheap, but.
Okay, what else? What else we got? Hey, if
want
you're
me to
running
get-
this show, sister. Hi, my name's Jill. I'm running the show.
Do I need to get quotes on Porta John?
My name is Kim and I've got an
Did you
appointment.
ever get,
Yeah, 1 minute.
pizza truck either? Because I can't get that one. to
My name's
get
Austin.
back
I got
to me.
minutes to
No,
write.
but
Call in 30
Andy
minutes.
was going to talk to the dude in Waxhaw, and then we've got the True Pizza Nothing But Noodles guy that we have to follow up with also.
Yep, that guy. That's
That
one pointing
guy.
down the street to the church.
All right, are we good? You and I can confer after the fact on the art
Yeah,
stuff.
I think I'm done.
All right.
So we can just make a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
So moved. Let's.
All's in favor?
All in
All's in
favor?
favor?
Aye.
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 12:30. Good job.
Like those two